Well, thank you for visiting with us. Can you explain a little bit about how you started the program at your school, or the beginnings of your program at Vail Ranch Middle School?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. I used to live in Big Bear, so I was friends with Ryan Hall, the American record holder in the marathon. He was our neighbors at the time, and then I moved away to Temecula. And we were up there for Ryan's celebration that Kara happened to be at. They were giving him an award. They were accumulating miles, and we went to Big Bear Middle School. And and then I was in line. I went to get something out of the car, and there was someone in front of me that had this colored shirt, and it said 100 Mile Club. And since I was just new to Temecula, I'm going, how can I get something going at my middle school that can include everybody? So I saw the email or the address on the bottom. So I Googled it at the time, and I popped it up, and I ended up meeting Kara and said, how does this thing work? And she met me at one of the restaurants and just went through the whole program. And I go, wow, it's just like a blessing that I was able to see that shirt right in front of me and be able to and be able to meet with her and get this thing going. And the best part about it is really that it was a program that can involve every single kid at the school. And I was a little leery about it because it was middle school kids, and they kind of have that attitude sometimes where I don't know if it's the cool thing to do or not. But once we got it started with about 100 kids, and then it blossomed up to 425 after a few years. We were getting over a third of our school involved, and the kids just love their shirts. The enthusiasm's high. They're allowed to walk. They're allowed to do something that they probably never thought they could be a part of a team, but this is a way for them to incorporate being a part of a team, making friends, and also getting exercise at the same time. So it was just a great thing that materialized.
And how many years have you been involved with the 100 Mile Club?
This will be our 10th year, because it was 2008.
Wow.
So it's our 10th year, and it's just been a huge success. It's great with the community. Once you get the things rolling, all the siblings, it just becomes a culture, and it's just a tradition at our school for kids to be able to belong to it. And a nice thing is that the kids get to wear that shirt during PE. So we don't limit them to they have to wear a particular middle school PE shirt. We have all kinds of colors shirts out there now with incentive type shirts, and the 100 Mile Club is one of the most popular.
If you had advice for a middle school that's looking to implement the 100 Mile Club, what kind of advice would you give them?
The main advice I would say is to make sure you get with your administration and really sell the program and prove to your administration that you're going to be a person that will be consistently there for the kids. You will get the ball rolling and give them a lot of information on exactly how your program is going to run. And with the support of administration, this can happen because the kids want to see their names. They want award ceremonies. At the middle school age, they want to belong to things. And this is just something that they need, and principals, if you present it right, will let you go with it. I would definitely have to say that the kids are more focused. Our principal sees it. We just happen to be the only school in Riverside County to get the third Distinguished Blue Ribbon Award and Distinguished School Award. So good things are happening at our school, and when kids are involved, when they come in the mornings and they're involved and they're doing things early, it just gets the mind going, and it just makes them feel successful with themselves already, and I think it goes right into the classroom, and we're seeing good results at our school due to the I think early morning running and the consistency in our PE program.
Can you tell us what it looks like at the middle school level? Because it's different than elementary, where this program first was adapted for, or created for. I mean, you talked about the cross country and then the PE, so it's a little bit different. The classroom setting is different for the middle school student.
Right. For us, what we do for mileage, instead of coming every morning and running laps on the track every single morning, we have a morning run club that we meet every Tuesday, Friday in the morning. And it's optional for all kids, regardless if they're 100-mile kids or not. And then we get fortunate enough that we're allowed to go off campus. We sign a hold harmless form, and the kids actually get to go off campus, and they get to run not circles anymore or ovals. They actually get to go out on trails, and they get to experience what running really is about. And then they get to do, as I said, they get to do the trails. They get to do things that are different, and they like stuff that's different. So we're allowed to go off campus and run trails, and we run anywhere from 2 to 3 miles in the fall, all the way up to maybe 5 or 6 miles for the better kids when it comes towards the end of the school year. So they get to develop that cross-country mentality.
Absolutely. Have you seen students that go from the middle school level going on to high school? Have you seen a change in them?
At our school, I've seen a huge change from the slowest runners that are able to have that nice portal into high school with a bunch of good kids. I think it's just, I always tell the parents on that, I go, this is the best portal for your kids to go into the high school, big school place where they feel lost at times. But if you can go in with the cross-country team, and whether you're good or not, you're guaranteed to have 4 years. It's the only sport where you can be a senior and run JV. It's the only sport. And our school, since we have so many kids, they already have that friendship of their classmates going on to, and in this case it's Great Oak High School. We're the feeder for Great Oak High School. Mm-hmm. And they've gone on and have met friends, and they're good students, and it's just an unbelievable atmosphere, that cross-country program over at Great Oak. We've had 37, I believe it's 37 kids over the past 10 years that have gotten full ride scholarships out of cross country. And it goes to where they have 9 state championships right now, that school, and they're ranked number 1 in the state again this year in both boys and girls. Mm-hmm. But we've seen just great kids develop from good runners to great runners to going on to college and getting into college education. And then we've had the ones that are walkers that go on, become runners, make friends, and are very successful in the classes that they take, regardless of whether they get a scholarship or not. It's just a win-win for the kids that we've had in this program.
Is the 100 Mile Club an easy to implement program, or was it for you to implement? It was pretty easy?
You kind of learn on the job. It comes down to your coworkers. I have just awesome coworkers. They take care of their classes, and I take care of mine, and we put everything together on a spreadsheet, and they put the miles in, and my morning run club, I'll put the miles in. But the unit of our PE department, even if somebody leaves, the person that comes in has just been great. It's just been an easy thing to implement with great coworkers.
What are some challenges that are unique that your school has faced with running the program as a middle school?
Oh, I think the hardest thing is just the collection of the funds. A lot of times, going through ASB and going through the district and the paperwork that's involved with it, that might be the downfall for us. But it's just clerical work and time, and I don't mind putting the time in for the kids. But that's the hardest thing.
How do you get the word out to the students? Obviously, the ones the first year, they're ready for their next year, but the ones coming in, how do you get them into the program? Is it supported through the school, PTA, PTO, or the parents, or a combination of everything?
No, it's not supported through anything on campus. We have an on-campus run club that we call it, but we meet with the kids. We have a little assembly forum at the beginning of the school year, because that's kind of the dead time, and we have a PowerPoint presentation that we put up for them, and then we hand out, we have a table, and they can come and get applications if they choose to do that. But a lot of them know it. 2/3 of them know it's coming anyways. So they get to hear the presentation, and then back to school night, we do the same presentation with the parents, and we get the parents involved and on board, and we really push the fact that this isn't a competitive environment for them. This is just a program that they can be a part of, and it includes all kids at Vail Ranch Middle School if they choose to do it. So outside of our room, our office, we have a big window in it. Every week we post their miles, and then as kids see that, they're looking for their name alphabetically. Then kids that don't see their name on there want to all of a sudden become a part of the program, because they see kids wearing shirts, and then they want to see their name, or they want to see their pictures. Kids like to see that kind of stuff, and that's what's really helped and worked at our school. Mm-hmm. I have one that's he used to come dragging in the mornings, but he always wanted to be a part of something. He might not have been the top-notch athlete that everybody kind of wants to be, but he would always be focused, and he'd always kind of be at the back of the pack. And then the next year would go, and then he'd be a little bit farther up, and then the next year a little farther up, and now he's over at Great Oak High School, and he's part of the cross country team, and he probably never ever thought that he'd be a part of a team like that. and now he's a part of it, and he gets to travel with them, and it's just a great experience. And his brother Devin's on the team too, and I just see great things from those boys. Just the consistency that they've had with the program, and it's just made a world of difference, I think, in a lot of kids' lives.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
And for being so supportive to your students and running the program. And, here's cheers to 10 more years.
I think I have 10 more years left in me, but
Absolutely.
that might be about it. But it's due to the 100 Mile Club. That has made a world of difference in probably hundreds, if not 1,000 kids at our school. And we thank you for all the effort and time and energy that you put into it, your whole staff included.